Hi everyone, Jesse here with eTrailer. Today we'll be taking a look at, and I'll show you how to install the Mate custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2024 Nissan Frontier. Adding a hitch to a Frontier makes a ton of sense. They don't have the biggest beds out there on the road, so it's always nice to be able to add some extra storage space to the rear of the vehicle, and adding a hitch allows you to do that. With this hitch, we can throw in accessories such as a cargo carrier, a bike rack, and you can even do some towing with it. Here's a closer look at our hitch installed on our neighbor's vehicle. As you can see, the cross tubes are pretty much hidden behind the fascia here. So all you'll be able to see is this standard 2" by 2" receiver opening. Something a little different about this hitch is it doesn't have a reinforced collar here. So if you're looking into using this with an anti-rattle device, then I would recommend using one that accomplishes that anti-rattle through the pin. Which, speaking of the pinhole, it's going to be your standard 5/8" pinhole. The pin and clip are not included with the hitch. However, we have many options available here at eTrailer. Also, any accessory that you add on will most likely come with one included. Then we have a wire type safety cable loop here, very easy to access. For example, this small clevis here fits right on. Now for some measurements, we'll start with ground clearance. From the ground to the top of the inside of the collar is at 17 3/4 inches. Then from the center of the pinhole to the edge of the bumper is at 3 3/4 inches. Just keep that in mind for any folding accessories that you add on to ensure they don't make contact with the vehicle. And for the weight capacities with this hitch, we have a gross trailer weight of 5,000 pounds. That's the amount of weight that you can pull behind the vehicle. Then we have a maximum tongue weight of 500 pounds. That's the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch. You do have the option to use weight distribution with this hitch. Those numbers will bump up a little bit. So you'll have a gross trailer weight of 6,000 pounds and a maximum tongue weight of 600 pounds. And always be sure to double check your Nissan's owner's manual to ensure that your Frontier can handle that weight safely. All in all, if you're looking for a very sleek hitch for the back of your Frontier, this will be a good option for you. However, I'd almost always recommend getting one that has a collar on it. Not only does that make it a little more sturdy, but it is very convenient to add on an anti-rattle device. As for the installation, it's a pretty easy process. You might need an extra set of hands to lift the weight of the hitch up into place. But other than that, it's just a matter of getting some bolts in. If it's not something that you're looking to do yourself, maybe you don't have the time, the space, or the tools to do it, feel free to check out our dealer locator. You can find someone local to you that would be happy to get that installed for you. If you have any experience with this hitch and you just want to share that with us, whether it be how you feel about it, or if you want to share some photos of what it looks like or what you're using it for, please feel free to leave a review or a comment. But otherwise, let's get into the installation. I'll show you how it gets put on. We'll begin our installation underneath the vehicle. You want to just locate the 3 mounting holes. They will have threads in them. But I'd recommend, especially if yours is older than ours, spraying some silicone lubricant up there, and then taking a wire brush and cleaning it out. And then what I like to do is take our hardware, thread it in and out a few times until it's nice and smooth. That way when the weight of the hitch is up here, we don't have to worry about fighting those threads. Since I have the hardware here, I'll just talk about it. Each hole will get a bolt, of course, and a conical tooth washer. You want to make sure those teeth are facing up towards the hitch. That way they bite down and hold on to it. Now, I'd recommend having an extra set of hands. I have my very, very strong friend Matt here to help me out. We do have a set of hardware in our hands, so as we lift it up, we're just going to line it up with those holes and get that threaded in. So once we have one threaded in on both sides, that's going to hold it up in place so we can get the rest of our hardware installed. Now we can tighten those down with a 19 3/4 inch socket. Now we just need to go over our hardware and make sure it's torqued down to the specification in the instructions. That's going to do it for our look at and installation of the trailer-made custom fit trailer hitch receiver on our 2024 Nissan Frontier.